Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Natural Cycle, a channel where we attempt to solidify the absolute. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you tuning us in. I'm your host, Trail Talk Nick. Today's talk: understanding the narcissist need to attack powerful people. Their self-hatred has to now be turned externally towards the individuals who trigger emotional injury in the narcissist. If they create and stage manage a crisis, problem, drama, and emotional exchange with you, the individual who injured them, it will help regulate their emotional, psychological cycles. It will also help them secure supply, their precious source of emotional regulation in their feelings of narcissistic supremacy. Sad does bad. Individuals like narcissists strike out to invalidate as their only means to feel valid. So, we all encountered bullying as a child in certain instances, and even with siblings or adults, you may have seen on bad days that they may have struck out at you. And they say that sometimes we strike out the hardest at the people we love the most. So, with the narcissist, they strike out when injury is incurred generally in the narcissistic ideal of supremacy and in their feelings of being grandeur and better than everyone. So when they incur an injury in that idea, either something is said, they see something, someone achieves more, anything that sends that injury into the process of emotionally affecting them, that's when they're generally going to strike the narcissist. So, the narcissist will generally attack powerful people in that manner because the more valid and predominant an individual is, the more they're going to shake the foundations of that narcissistic ideal. When they compete, narcissists will cheat to get that supply even and to validate illusions of their ideals because it's not really a stable situation backed up by anything truly legitimate or altruistic. So they're constantly kind of slipping. And a lot of people could appear powerful to the narcissist, but powerful people especially, they will glom onto and attack for emotional regulation and the feeling of supremacy in their narcissistic ideal. It is based in self-hatred, and they do externalize that hatred, and that is part of the injury process. When the hatred is externalized, it's easier for them to cope now with it. One, they get to transfer it off of them onto their target, and if they gain emotional supply off of that person, like a regulation, somehow that person is invalidated, it makes the hatred seem legitimate, and they feel again superior. So it's like a pretty similar cycle, what they're doing with transferring the hate off in these injuries and this feeling of supremacy is my point. Again, they want to create a crisis, a problem with the target, a drama, because this creates an emotional exchange. They want people to regulate their emotions, and they target people to regulate their emotions. And it's a big part of their psychology. They want to build a trauma bond with those people generally that will progressively get worse and manifest into a system of control that the narcissist has the reins of. Again, the source. They're doing this, originally like the bullies to feel better. And it's a myriad of complexes, the disorder, but there's some tried and true pathologies, and that bullying to feel better is one of them. And so it gives them a feeling of feeling better, simply. Sad does bad to feel better. So again, individuals like Narcissist, not only Narcissist, but definitely Narcissist, strike out to invalidate as their only means to feel validated. So again, if someone strikes out to invalidate you, it is to regulate their feelings of supremacy, and basically you probably intimidated them a little bit is why they would do that. And you should take that as kind of like an honor for some people, obviously, but not always like that with others. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the natural cycle. We appreciate everybody tuning us in. Today's talk has been on why narcissists attack powerful people. If you would like, please give a thumbs up. You can show your support to the Natural Cycle by visiting the online store or donation via the links in the description. You can subscribe as well if you would like to. Thank you so much. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Natural Cycle. Have a great day.